My Payne furnace keeps giving me the number 12 code, blower on, after power up. I replaced the filters but I still don't have heat. Help?
Hello, welcome to Just Answer. Please give me a moment to review the information you have provided. Can I please have the model number of your furnace?
Yeah, give me a second to grab it. I'm not able to locate where the model number would be. Do you have an idea where I would look?
Yes, inside the furnace on the side, there will be a placard with the information. Also, if you still have the owner's or installation manual, should be on there.
Okay, model number is.
Perfect. Give me a minute to retrieve the manual.
Sure thing. It's giving me the code for number 13, which is limit or flame rollout switch lockout.
Perfect. Yeah, the 12 code did not make sense. Okay, I have the service manual. Is the blower running continuously now that this code has appeared? This code is usually due to a plugged air filter or a blower motor that has stopped working. Picture above is for reference during the chat. Full-size image.
So it kicks on and then turns off so. I'm waiting for what code it's going to give once it shuts off.
Okay, how are your air filters? And does the blower work?
New air filters and the blower's working.
What is the code now?
I ran into the same problem last year this time and the installer said there was a manual reset for a limit switch. Let me check, it's giving me code 31.
Yes, there are manual reset switches, but they trip for a reason. Let me check code 31. Standby. Okay, so if you rest the furnace on/off switch on the side of the furnace, does the inducer motor turn on? This is the motor located under the relief box, with the black plastic circle on the front of it. If it is not turning on when you are calling for heat, do you hear a buzzing noise or feel like the motor is trying to turn? If you do, try spinning it clockwise.
Let me try and see.
Code 31 means this motor is not either turning on, or the venting is plugged. It can trip the vent safeguard switch, as listed on the diagram above, which can be reset by pressing the button on the switch. Full-size image. The switch will look similar to the picture above.
So switch power off, then on, it sends the code 12 for about 60 seconds, then kicks on for a few minutes.
That is normal. The code 12 is just indicating the blower is on after power up for 60 seconds. What happens after that? Does the inducer motor turn on?
Inducer motor, is that the smaller one?
Yes, look at the diagram above. It is located under the relief box on the diagram. It has a round black wheel on the front of it. See if when you try and turn the black wheel if it is stuck or moving freely.
Yep, that's spinning freely and it kicks on.
Good, then does anything else happen? And, what codes are flashing now? Still 31?
The inducer kicks on, then it starts flashing 31.
Okay, then this is a venting issue. Do you know what the pressure switch looks like? Also, have you rest any switches that look like the one pictured above?
Yeah, it's located next to the inducer.
Sorry, meant reset any switches, not rest.
Yes, I reset the blocked vent safeguard.
Neil, make sure these switches around the burner box are not tripped as well.
Okay. It's running now and just shut down. Neil, okay, pull the tubing off the pressure switch and see if you can blow through it or if it is restricted. Leave it attached to the furnace, only disconnect and blow through it from the pressure switch end. Doesn't appear to be restricted. Neil, okay, are you familiar with jumper wires to run a test? Yeah, I'm a commercial electrician. Neil, perfect. Then let's jump the pressure switch temporarily, and only for this test. It can't be left on. Leave the wires hooked up, but pull them back a little so you can jumper across both terminals on the pressure switch. Does the furnace stay on then? Let's find out. Okay, jumper hooked up and just cycle the power and all I have is a continuous light. Neil, might have to rest the thermostat again to call for heat. T-stat is calling for heat. Neil, continuous light on means you have power, but the thermostat is not calling for heating. I've got it set on 70 and it's only 55 in my house. Neil, well, you may have another problem as well then. Can you jumper the R terminal to the W terminal on the circuit board and keep the blower door switch depressed at the same time to override the thermostat? Well, it was such a tight spot I tripped the fuse on the 24V system. Any idea where that's at? Neil, yay, it is on the circuit board. Should be a 3 amp fuse.
Full size image.
Got it. Well, guess I gotta go get one of the if I'm gone for a while. How I get back in contact with you? Neil, okay, I will switch this over to a Q&A format. Once you get back, let me know and I will be notified by email and respond. I will list the steps that need to be taken in the next post. Cool, thanks. Neil, no problem. Here are the steps that need to be taken. Jumper R to W at the circuit board, which bypasses the thermostat and initiates a call for heat. With the pressure switch jumpered for this test, and this test only, the furnace should stay running. If it does, then either the pressure switch is bad or you have something in your venting causing a restriction. Make sure your chimney is clear of obstructions from the top of the chimney to the furnace. If everything is clear, then you will need a manometer to check how many inches of water column the inducer is pulling. Compare that to the rating on the pressure switch. If the number is then what the pressure switch has on it, then the pressure switch is bad and needs to be replaced. If the number is then what is on the pressure switch, then either the inducer motor has an obstruction, is bad, or the heat exchanger may be cracked. If you get to this point, it will be time to call a technician, since this will require a manometer and special training to determine if the heat exchanger is bad. If you are able to find something in your venting, such as animal, snow, ice, etc., and this fixes the problem, then you still have to address your thermostat, which also seems to be working intermittently. If when you disconnect the jumper from R to W at the circuit board, the furnace wants to start tuning on/off randomly, I would also make sure all the wiring is good from the furnace to the thermostat, and if it is good, replace the thermostat. When all is done, make sure all jumper wires are removed. Never leave the jumper wire on the pressure switch for any amount of time, except to test the furnace for 5 minutes. One more thing regarding the pressure switch. Sometimes they fill up with water or the connection port for the hose plugs up and it can also cause it not to work. You can check this by leaving the hose attached to the pressure switch and sucking in through the other side. You should hear a click, and if you ohm it out at the same time, with the furnace power off, when you are sucking in on it, you will see continuity. We'll talk later. Respond when you get back. Thanks.
Our chat has ended, but you can still continue to ask me questions here until you are satisfied with your answer. Come back to this page to view our conversation and any other new information. What happens now? Or, you can reply to me using the box below. I need to step out for a couple hours. Try the things I listed above. If you have any more questions, I will reply when I return. I am back if you have any more questions. Have you been able to try anything yet?
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.